I think that what we call ADHD is not a disorder. I think it's another way of processing information that the system has mislabeled and has got millions of people to identify with being a victim, in my opinion. Mind you, I did not say that it wasn't a difficult condition to deal with. I did not say that it cannot cause problems in your personal life to a certain degree. I am not discounting anybody's experience, but I've taken part in some literature that, if I didn't know better, would lead me to think that I had ADHD. And people have told me that I'm autistic as well, and I'm like, isn't that like some Howard Hughes shit? So I look up, what are the characteristics of ADHD? Now, people say that the main neurological characteristic is there's a dopamine deficiency, which just sounds like, if you really study the system, you can feel the energy of their tails. And this sounds like bullshit to me. Meaning, dopamine is a reward neurotransmitter. Meaning that quick little boost that you get from doing something that you really wanted to do. I think there are too many variables with regard to that concept, meaning having a dopamine deficiency, that need to be addressed. Okay, I'm officially digressing now. If you have a greater capacity to process information, you're not going to get the little boost of pleasure that a person that processes information at a lesser capacity is going to get. You may need other forms of stimulation. Also, dopamine is a short-term reward neurotransmitter, meaning it's not about fulfillment, it's about satisfaction. It's not about a clean meal that you ate that's good for your gut flora and makes you feel good for the next 5 hours. It's that little piece of candy that you get from the store that makes you feel good for the next, maybe 10 minutes to a half hour. So I say having a shortage of a neurotransmitter that yields the sensation of instant gratification is probably the least important thing with regard to someone that has a greater capacity to process information. What I believe it actually is you have all this information that you're processing, but you're not able to organize it in the right way. And the system is shaming you for that by saying it's a disorder. This is the most ableist thing you can do. Then they give you a drug to suppress your bodily function. In another video, I said it's like you operate on 10 terabytes, but the system wants you to operate on 1 gig because that's all it can operate on. All the extra information, all the extra space you have on your hard drive, they call that a disorder. They call that junk DNA. Oops, I think I'm talking about something else.